That's a good view. Okay, hello everybody. We're gonna work on a painting here in just a minute, but I've got to get myself on all of my channel-y things. Here we go. Go on Facebook as well. See what happens. All right, I'm live there. I'm going to be live on Facebook. It's just going to be a whole lot of live. Camera's dirty on this phone, so hold on. Okay, that's clean. All right, now this is going to be the real challenge. Let's see if I can get the painting that I'm going to recreate up on my table. Top. I think I'm going to have to move just a couple things. Hold on. The big whopper of a painting. All right, here we go. Let's get it up on the table. It's big. I would guess it's 3 or 4 feet wide. Whew, just barely fits. And not all of it fits. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hi, Renee. Hi, Tammy. Hang on. You'll be able to see in a minute, the painting I'm working on is huge. Like the frame is 4 feet at least long. So I'm having to clear some space. I'm live on YouTube on my channel, Be Creative, and I'm live here. And we're going to do live from Facebook from my Jamie R. Brady page because I'm still trying to work around my comments being censored and filtered so that we can do our live shopping on Friday. So we're going to see what happens if I go on my personal page. Maybe we'll get somewhere. Maybe we won't. Who knows? All right, let me see. That is a weird bit of light right there. Okay, we're going to take care of that weird bit of light, and then we're ready to go. Please hold. I have not left the building. But I want to get rid of that weird... Oh, shenanigans. I've got too much stuff in this room. I think we're okay. All right, that's good enough. Now let's see if what you see is better. Oh yeah, okay, both angles is better. Okay, so I want to show you this picture. It's huge. I can't even fit it all on the table so that you can't see it all. But you'll get the gist. Just a minute, just let me shove some crap out of the way. So you're seeing the picture upside down. Caught you. Okay, I see people saying comments. That's good. I can't read them because you're far away so you can see this giant picture. But at least I can see comments are coming through. And I can see Jesse Warner is watching. And if I got up closer, I could scroll down. But keep commenting because that's going to help me find out if all the comments will come through. So when we live shop, you can comment on what you want. So I'm going to hold this picture up. It's going to be upside down to you all. It's huge. Okay, hold on. Can everybody see that? Okay, it's a lovely old painting that my best friend bought me this summer. She got this at a garage sale. And you might wonder why in God's name would my best friend buy me this giant painting? Well, she bought it for me shortly after my dad passed away. My kids called my dad Poppy. And at his funeral service, we had poppies in the arrangement, flower arrangements, and we gave out packets of poppy seeds. So, poppies. And even though this is humongous, it fits lovely in my living room because my living room is really big. So this actually is an appropriate size wall hanging for my living room. And I love it. I have incorporated some more green colors in my living room So my main colors are gray, a little navy, and green now. Not a Kelly green, but a very pretty green. So I decided I am going to kind of repaint this picture. It's kind of like a coloring book. So you can see like all this, let me go where you guys can see kind of down here. You can kind of faintly see stems. I want them to be more green. I want the poppies to be have a little bit of shading in it. And maybe I'll make the centers of the little daisies a little more yellow. But primarily what I want to try to pull out is a little more green. So I thought, why don't I just paint the dang picture? Like, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I was going to do it in oils. And at the last minute, I decided no. No, I'm going to do it in acrylic. I may regret that decision. I may regret not doing it in oils, but we're soon to find out if I'm going to regret that. So hopefully, I can follow these lines and pull in a lot more green. Won't it be cool if I can? I hope I don't ruin it. Just realized my paint palette is in the kitchen. Give me 10 seconds. All right, I hope that was 10 seconds. I'm at home being a nursemaid because my daughter hurt. Hi, Em. I've got my tripod set up a little far away so you guys can see this giant picture I'm working on. So I'm kind of having to work hard to see the comments. But keep commenting because this is my tester. If it goes well on my private page, then we can do our live shopping from my private page. You know what? There's more than one way to get around a problem. This is the other thing I'm probably going to regret. Painting in one of my sweatshirts that does not have paint on it. That might be a regretful moment. So if the comments go good on my Jamie R. Brady page, I'm live on my YouTube channel as well. I'm live 2 places at once. It's like magic. You feel free to follow me on YouTube if you want. My channel on YouTube is Be-Creative, BE space, and then capital CRE, the number 8, TIVE, because Re-cre8ting is already taken. So I'm Be-Creative on YouTube, and I'm Re-cre8ting on Facebook. But right now, I'm Jamie Brady on Facebook because I don't think my personal page is going to get censored. Haha, take that. So I think we're going to be able to go do our live shopping on the 12th from my personal page, which that's an easy solution. Why didn't I think of that sooner? I didn't. Okay. First, I'm just going to go give it a wonk. I'm just going to go at it and see if this was a bad idea or not. I don't know if I want to do oils. I don't want to do oils. I don't think. Crapshoot. This is going to leave. Okay, you might be wondering why I'm trying to decide, do I want to use oil paints or acrylic paints? Acrylic paints are going to dry with a duller finish. Oils, you can get a little more dimension, slap it on thick. You can use like a little palette paintbrushy thing and get more texture. This particular painting here is flat. I don't know if it's a reproduction. I have no idea. There's no anything on the back. Oh, there's a signature down here in the corner. I never noticed. I think it says Holtman, which means nothing to me. Anyways, this is what I think my plan is. I'm going to go acrylic just because it's easier. And then if I think it's too dull, I'm going to spray this whole picture with a glossy finish, clear glossy finish, or maybe a satin finish, just to give it a little of sheen. We'll see. But I'm just going to go for it. The outline of the stems are so faint. They're actually kind of hard for me to even make out. So I'm going to somewhat follow them and somewhat make my own. That you can do this with any painting. Suppose you find a painting at a garage sale, such as like this, like my friend found, and the flowers aren't the right color. Well, guess what? You can just trace over, basically it's tracing, trace over the flowers and make them a new color. Now, you probably don't want to paint them in a solid color because then it will look like a coloring book. But if you know a little bit about shading and highlighting, you can easily kind of change any painting. Can you see the green? Okay. Hello out there. I hope you can see the green. I wonder if I should bring you Facebook people in a little bit. I think the YouTube people are good. Let me see if I should bring you all in a little. Tippy more. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. First, let me see who's on. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Marge. My foot with the spray paint can is fine today. My daughter. Hi, Pam. Hi, Renee. Hi, Tammy. And hi, Em. Okay, my foot is fine. I posted a little picture. I dropped a full can of spray paint on my foot, right on the top of my foot where you've got no meat or padding, and it hurt really, really bad. However, my daughter wiped out yesterday. She was heading to the store. She was going out the door. She's not sure what happened. She didn't hit ice because we actually did have our walks salted. She wiped out. I heard her screaming. Her fiance was in the car. He came running. She was splayed out on her back in the grass, all a mess. We got her up and inside, and she immediately had a really, really huge swollen ankle, foot area. So we kind of doctored her up last night. What? Hold. Yes. You're what? Because of the pads? Okay, I'm coming. Okay, YouTube land. Hold on for 1 minute. I'm a nurse on duty. I have a kid with a laid up ankle. Facebook people, you can come with me. YouTube people, I'll be right back. So sorry for the inconvenience. And to their core, the toes are going numb because it's cold. So, in all my motherly and nurse wisdom, I got out those toe warmer things that you wear like when you're hunting, and I put them on her. They stick. And so I put them on her sock. Hi, YouTube friends. I'm sorry. I had to go attend to my child with I don't know, a screwed up foot and ankle. Anyways, I put those little foot warmer thingies on her socks. I thought, there you go. We'll warm the toes. We'll keep the ankle cold. You know, boom, bada bing. Mama can do it all. And she just started shrieking from the other room that her toes were on fire. Apparently, I warmed them up. Never a dull moment. Anyways, she fell quite simply by stepping off our porch. She's not sure how it's happened. Nobody saw it happen. There was some screaming, some yelling, a lot of hyperventilating, and we were the second ones in at urgent care this morning. So she earned herself a boot, some crutches, and Wednesday we're going to an orthopedic surgeon. Not good. That's not really what you're hoping for. but it's very hard to be a chef and work in a restaurant if you can't stand up. Just saying. I know that's a pretty obvious observation, but so for a bit of time, I am going to be nursemaid on duty, which I'm well skilled in that. Jackson had many surgeries upon his knee, and we had some super long hauls as far as recovery goes there. So I'm pretty good at being the nurse. I don't like it, but I'm pretty good at it. So that's what's, pardon the noise. The white is running low. So sorry about that, y'all. I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. But like I said, if you see a painting at a garage sale that you love and it's just not the right colors, then just color it in your own colors. Hopefully I don't regret going the route of acrylics. I hope. These little leaves and stems were so faint. They were almost white gray. Like, I don't know if it's because the picture's old and it's just faded, or if that was, they were meant to be that way, but I can't have it. I got to have more green in my living room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline everything that or go over everything that I want to be more green. And then that's when I'm going to start mixing my colors so that I get, you know, not just this solid green color, where I get some shading and some variegation in the leaves and all that good stuff. But it's really hard to even see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to outline everything just in a pretty green, and then I'll go over everything with shades and such. But right now I just need to see where I'm working, kind of. That's kind of my situation right now. But I just thought this would be a great thing to show you, because paintings are super cheap at like the Goodwill and garage sales and stuff. But sometimes you're looking for, you know, colors that go in your house, like I am. And that's harder to find. So if you can't find it, create it. You can always buy a blank canvas. If you're a really good painter, you can buy a blank canvas. I could paint a really nice picture if I wanted, but I thought, how foolish. I have this lovely giant picture with this lovely gold frame. Oh, Mikhail is watching me from YouTube. Sorry. I go like this. I think it's time to get the bifocals checked. I have to squint to see you all. But this is going to look so beautiful. And it's kind of sentimental because of the poppies and because my bestie found it for me. And she brought it to me. And the day she found it, I was outside working on furniture. And it was shortly after my dad had passed. And, you know, we were just in the mode of kind of keeping busy and trying to figure out what we were doing in life. So I was working on furniture, and she pulled in and she said, now, before I give you this, I found you something at a garage sale, and it might possibly be the largest thing I've ever bought for you. After that, she said, also, if you hate it, you don't have to keep it. That's what she said to me when she gave me this. And so I was like, should I be intrigued or should I be scared? I wasn't sure what to think. What in God's name had she found? Oh, you know what? This is so faded. This is in I never even noticed this on the picture. These flowers are in a clear glass vase. Well, you couldn't tell that. We're going to have to duty that all up. So anyways, I really wanted to kind of recreate this picture. Clearly, you wouldn't want to do this on a Van Gogh or, you know. I hope I'm not doing it on a Van Gogh. I'm not, because this is not the type of canvas that a painting of that nature would be on. But if you just want to revive a picture, or, uh-oh, I don't want that green to go there. Erase. Revive a picture or just make it go in your house better with your colors, this is the way to do it, y'all. Super easy. Acrylic paints are not expensive. Outlining things takes no skill. The shading, you know, might take a little skill, but you don't have to be perfect. Like I said, I am right now. I'm not even really paying close attention to shading, obviously, at all. I just want to get all my little leaves There's a ton of them on here, outlined. So then I can decide when I go back in and shade what I want to be what color. And you know what? Now that I'm doing this and it's starting to pop already, I'm going to repaint the whole picture. I was originally just going to do, just a minute, I have to stop and look at it because some of the lines are so faded I don't know what it is. I was originally just going to do the green, the leaves, and maybe a touch of the poppies. But now that I'm getting rolling on it and I'm actually really, really looking at it, I'm going to, repaint this whole picture. It's going to be the same picture with pop, which is exactly what I needed for my living room to pull my greens in. So go out, find yourself a picture at Goodwill, Habitat, Restore, Salvation Army, whatever you've got thrift by you. Don't pay a lot for it, and it certainly doesn't have to be 5 feet long like this one is. And give it a crack. It can't hurt. I think I quit talking because it's very puzzling. It's very puzzling. Ooh, geez. It's very puzzling to me, the lines in this thing. Differentiate what is a stem, what is a leaf. I think I'm going to make some of it up as I go because some of it I'm not sure. Huh. But anyways, if you buy a small painting and just try it, you might love it. And it doesn't have to go in your living room. Maybe you're just going to do one for your bathroom, just for a little accent in your bathroom. Give it a whirl. Oh, this is very deceiving to look at. I'm not really sure why there's leaves in some of these places, but I have a feeling it's because I can't see the stem line that's connected to them. But I suppose if I can't see the stem line, you can't either. So can you guys see the difference that's made so far? Hang on. Now, of course, it's upside down to you all, but just look at the difference in the greens. You see what I mean? It's like magic. Some magic. So I'm going to make a big mess, number one. First, I'm just going to paint the center of the daisies yellow. Then I'm going to decide if I need to paint the daisy petals over or if I just do the centers yellow, if that's going to be enough for me. I think that's where I'm going to start next. And I've got to do something about this vase. It's so faded, I didn't even realize that they were really in the painting down here. It's hard for you all to see, but it's a little kind of a brownish toned vase. There's a little shadow of highlight on the vase right here. But hi, Sarah. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to say hi. Comment on my Facebook page. If you're on Facebook watching me, please comment because this is a test. So I can make sure that all comments are coming through to me so that when we shop live on the 12th, I can get to all my comments because on my Re-cre8ting page, I'm starting to get censored. That happens when a page picks up steam. They start censoring and filtering my comments. So they don't come through. There's always a lag, but they don't come through to me until after I'm all done going live. So if you guys say, oh, I want that such and such, oh, I want that green vase when I hold it up and they're filtering comments, I'm not going to see you say that. Therefore, I will think no one wants the green vase. So we've tried a lot of different workarounds. Of course, I tried YouTube, which I'm on right now. I tried going live for my YouTube channel, which can totally be done. However, I have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live via a mobile device from YouTube. Listen, and I'm just small taters. I don't know, I think maybe I have 40 subscribers on YouTube, partly because it's my fault. I just don't use YouTube. I might start using it more now. But until I get 1,000 subscribers, I can't really do my live shopping event that way. Oh, you know what? Okay. I'm just painting these leaves green, and now I'm realizing some of the green leaves is different foliage. Like, I believe some of these are supposed to be maybe it's supposed to look like a fern in the background. Hard telling. Never, no matter. I'm just going to keep painting. This is going to be beautiful when it's done, and it's going to have that pop that my living room needed. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. Oh, geez, I hope I didn't have green paint on my finger. Okay, hold on. I need to get another shot of Gran. Okay, so now this is where the fun comes in. Now I'm going to start trying to shade a little bit my green leaves so they don't look like green crayon drawings, you know. You know, when you were a little kid, you colored all your stems and leaves with whatever pretty green crayon you wanted. Unless you were artsy-fartsy as a kid, you mixed it up. But, you know, you just would choose a green and go, like I just did. Same green everywhere. That's not real life. That's not nature. That's not normal. So now we're going to come in, and I just like to mix my own colors and put little highlights in. Sometimes we're going to put some more whitish highlights on, you know, just splash it around. Sometimes I've tried to teach you all about double loading your brush. It's kind of hard to do on the skinny brush I have, but it's where you put 2 colors of paint on one brush, so your strokes have a mixture. I'm doing a little of that right now. It's a little harder to notice because it's a thin brush, but double loading is a great way if you're new to painting and you're not sure how to shade or make a little variation. Double loading your brush is awesome because it's going to give you variation, not make you look so much like you've colored a coloring book page. Kind of a deal. Also, I'm kind of going in thick with my second round because I want a little texture. There's not going to be a lot, but I want a little skosh of texture to my leaves. I want some stroke marks to show, just to make it a little more pop, a little more bing for your bang. And that's what we're doing. I'm going to do a few green leaves, and then I'll do the white. I'll do a flower or two just so you can see. You don't need to sit and watch me paint this whole dang giant picture because I might be here a while. But it is going to be the bomb.com. I'm glad I decided to do this. I was hemming and hawing on it earlier, and I thought, no, maybe I shouldn't. And I thought, what the hell? When have I ever been afraid to take a chance? So look at me go, chancing it right up today. And when you come back in and go over it to shade, this is a really good time. If you didn't get a good swoop on your leaf or a good point on the end of your leaf, this is a really good time to fine tune your swoop. I call it a swoop. You might call it something different. Your swoop or point. Curve, change the shape to your leaf if you want to change the shape a bit. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff like that. It's great. This is going to look so fantabulous. I have to keep turning my head because there's so many variations in here of leaves that I really never noticed before because they were so faint. Oh yeah. Okay. Now some of my stems, let me see if I'm going to paint it, then I'll show you. Some of my flowers kind of a little bit look like they're just sitting on the end of a stick. And so if it looks like that, I'm going to create what I call a cup at the base of the flower, just because it bugs me sometimes. So I'm going to tip this up and show you. Hold on. Let's set stuff down over here. All right, I'm going to show you on this flower right here. Let's let's see. I gotta hold my hand here so you can see it. Can you see my finger? Right here. I don't know if you're able to see it. It was just a stem, but I made this little, I call it a cup. Like a little half circle, but with fringes. So it looks like the flower's sitting in something, like it's, oops, put your finger right in it, like it's supported. That's just a me thing. You don't have to do that, but I like to do that. All right, let me switch gears and do some yellows, just so you all can see what that's going to look like. Sometimes, like when you're actually painting, you can't do this, or you can on a paper plate. I like to feel, that sounds weird, but I like to feel how my paintbrush is going to drag. I know, call me weird. What color yellow you think that you want these? You want it like a splotchy yellow? Ochre? I probably want ochre and a yellow yellow. I feel like ochre sounds pretty. Without these paints right here, Magnifly is the brand name. Get them on Amazon, cheap, but I really like them. Okay, this is ochre. Now again, there's going to be no shading involved right here. So let me see. Let me push and pull this so I can see what you can. Where's this one? This one. Okay, everybody can see this one. So you can't even, let me hold my paper here. You can't even tell, but the center of these I think were supposed to be yellow. They appear to me to look like either a daisy or a straw flower type of a thing. The center definitely has a little texture, and they're a little darker right in the middle on some of them. But I'm going to go through, and again, I'm going to keep it thick, and I'm not doing strokes. I'm doing, again, listen, I'm just a novice for fun artist. So there might be a word for this, but I call it pushing, where I just lay the brush down and I push, and I don't do a stroke. That's like a push dab type of a situation. There might be a technical term, but see that? This one, can you all see this one? Looks a little more yellow than all the rest. So that's what I'm going to start off with, is just pushing the paint in around the centers. It keeps it kind of fringy. You don't want to paint it like a circle. You don't want it to look like a button, because flowers have texture. They're supposed to have texture. I am just going to get all the centers yellow. Then I'll go back through and I'll do just as I did with the green and make some shade variations to my yellow. And fix it up like that. But this is what I'm going to do to start. Anyways, just so I can, this picture is really faded, so it is kind of hard to see what you're working on, and this is helping me. Can you see the difference that yellow is making? Holy Moses, this looks like a beautiful piece of artwork. It was pretty to begin with, but for my living room, I'm too colory to have something faded. Does that make any sense? I'm too colory. One of my favorite pictures I have in my living room is a great big canvas, and it's a lot of primary colors. It's like a flowery kind of an abstract-y thing, and I love it. And it pulls the green in really nice, which is what I wanted, except it's really, for my size living room walls, too small. I had it up just because it worked color-wise, but it really was too small. So I'm just going to push the paint in for the center of these. As you can see, it is not rocket science. There's no right or wrong. I could have, if I wanted to, changed the color altogether. I mean, I could have made the centers pink. But I'm pretty sure these are supposed to look like a daisy. Yeah, now that I'm doing this, I'm pretty sure. So, let this be your next recreated mission. Find an old painting and breathe some new life into it. I cannot take credit for the artist, which is, I think it says Holtman. I don't know if that was a family member painted this picture. I don't know who that artist is, but Holtman is who gets the credit for the design of this picture. And it's original coloration. And I am just giving it a little extra vavoom so that hanging on my wall, it pulls that green and those vivid colors in. Oh, this is turning out marvelously. I have a feeling I'm going to end up painting everything. I can feel it. It's not going to take me as long as I thought, though. And I think I'm okay that I didn't choose to go with oils. Probably would have looked really good with oils, but too late for that. So now I'm just going to go in with just standard yellow, which is a little more, it's a little brighter. And I'm going to do what I call double loading. I'm going to hit my brush with both the white and the yellow. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm still doing that kind of push situation. And I'm just doing it in the very, very, very center of every little yellow because we don't want it to look like a yellow button. We want it to look like it's got some variation of color and of movement and all that jazz, all that artsy shit, you know. I don't really know. Maybe there's a technique for this, but I just call it pushing it in. And as you can see, it's really simple. Anybody, and I mean quite possibly anybody, can do this. Oh, isn't that so cute? I'll post a picture of this when it's done so you can see it up close because I know not all of you are getting the best angle because it's so big. I just can't even figure out how to. I was trying to set my cameras up and I couldn't figure out how to get it so that you guys could see this whole thing. It's a whopper. And I'm leaving some of my paint a little bumpy. I've already found 2 of these daisies that I didn't paint the underside green. So we'll go back and catch those in a minute. What? I want to read some of your comments. I can't see. Hang on. I'm going to get up there and read them. Hold on. Get this dabbed in. Okay. What y'all saying? Oh, pay attention to my YouTube comments, please. What kind of brushes do you recommend? Oh, sorry. I told you I can't see. Thanks, Jesse. I thought it was an awesome idea. Allison, it's really not pure talent. It's just, if you can do a coloring book page, you can do this. Let me see. I'm really sorry if I'm not replying to your comments. You're kind of far away from me. And even with my glasses on, I can't see. I recommend whatever type of brushes you own. I'm just using a standard artist pack. Like I said, I always take my dry brush, and I don't know if you paint enough, you'll understand what I'm saying, but I like to get the feel for how the brush pulls, so I don't put any paint on it first, and I just kind of pull. I practice a swoop-de-swoop and stuff, and I can kind of tell by the pull, but I'll show you what I used for the green. That seems very far away. If I put my hand behind it, can you see? Okay, I don't think you can see this. I don't know what brushes I'm using. I just pick the ones that feel good. Clearly, you couldn't do this with a foam craft brush. I'll tell you that much, because you wouldn't have enough control over your paint. I'm going to push some more in here. This is really freaking making me happy. I wasn't really sure if this was going to do enough to make me happy, but it is. Yay, yay, yay. So double loading, which is if you have a wide brush, when you double load, you dip the left side of your paintbrush in one color and you dip the right side of your paintbrush in another color, and you make a nice, clean, flat stroke. Don't spin your brush like this. Just pull, and if you want to make the corner, pull like this. Don't go like this and then spin your brush and go the corner. Keep it the same and you'll get a nice variation of the two colors. And in the middle, if you're doing it right, it kind of blends. Practice that on a piece of paper or a paper plate or whatever. It's not hard to learn. I did a little tutorial on that sometime over the summer, and I actually taught you all how to paint a poppy using the double load technique. It's really great for making variations in petals. A lot of it is practice makes perfect. And if you have a beautiful painting like this, there's really not a lot of skill involved because it's basically like painting in a coloring book, if you will. Maybe a tinge, maybe one level up from the coloring book. Okay, so I've done all my centers yellow. I'm going to go back really quick because I missed. Oh, can you see that? No, that's not on camera. Right here. This is a daisy that you don't see the yellow center. You see the flowers growing like this, tipping over. So we're seeing the back of the flower. And I didn't paint that cup that I talked about, that I showed you from the front side of the flower. Clearly is on the back side of the flower, and I didn't paint the cup on that one. Oh, there's another one. I know I missed two of them. So I'm just painting. Can you see this? No. This sucker is huge. I can't even reach. So I'm just painting the cup in that you would find. You know, it's like the base. It's the part of the stem that holds the blossom. Cup maybe is not the right word, but that's the word I use for these little parts. Like a cup. Oops, I missed a stem right there. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it just with a little variation of greens that'll be on the top for you, and then the yellows painted in. I don't know what you see because this is too big. This cluster of greens have had some variation. The rest of the green you see has just been one quick coat, just so I know where I'm at. Okay, down we go. Jess, hi Ryan. Pay attention to my YouTubes. Okay, I did that. All right, I'm gonna do a few more seconds, and then I'm gonna sign off here. If you're still on, oops, it doesn't matter if you can't see my face. You need to see this. If you're still on my Jamie R. Brady Facebook page, comment the word flower, because that's going to kind of be partly how I test if the comments are coming through and I can trust it so I can go live. So just type the word flower. That'll let me know that you were listening and tuned in, and that message or comment got through to me in a timely fashion. This is going to be lovely. See, like right here, can you see where I'm at? You can kind of see where I'm at. Got a little too light green, so I'm just going to go over it with a bit of dark. To that one. I'm going to overlap that one. Very marvelous, darling. Oh, flower, flower, yay, flower, yay! Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so you know what this means, everybody? This means on Friday, February the 12th, when we do our live shopping extravaganza from the store, we are going to go live from my page, not Re-cre8ting. I really, really, really racked my brain and tried to come up with some solutions and some workarounds. And I think this is going to be the ticket. So I will make sure on my Re-cre8ting page to post how we're doing it and to let you know what page you need to go to in order to tune in on the 12th to live shop. So don't worry, you don't have to try to remember all this. I will make a post with an explanation so everybody already. If you would go to my Be Creative channel. Oh, hang on. You're talking to a head. We can't have that. We cannot have that. Let me take this up just ever so much so you can at least maybe see my nose. If you have not already gone to my YouTube channel, which is Be Creative, and creative is spelled with the same way Re-cre8ting is with the number 8. If you would go to that channel and subscribe to my YouTube page, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. The more subscribers I can get, the better, because then I could start doing mobile lives from YouTube. And creative, it's very simple. You just go to Be Creative and there's a little button that says subscribe. And if you subscribe to it, it just adds to my number of subscribers, which will hopefully in time slowly build me up enough that I can do all these live shopping events and stuff right from YouTube. And I think maybe be a tad bit more successful and at least not have to mess around with else get to an item when you already commented on it, because of course I wouldn't do that with a little lag. They're not coming that to happen. So, Mom. Oh dear. I'm getting a phone call, so I'm going to let you go, but watch later for a final picture. See you all soon. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Where are you? You sound like you're in the echo chamber.
Well, I'm on my phone in my craft room.
Oh, okay. How's Kayla doing?
She's doing okay. We got her pretty well set up, and she's doing some crocheting and just having her foot up. We're alternating the ice, ice, no ice situation. And we're going to see the orthopedic person on Wednesday. They got, yep, the doctor at the urgent care said to make her an appointment for next week. And then,
that's what I thought you said.
Yeah, and then when I called to do that, the referral from urgent care hadn't come through yet to them. So she said, let me watch for the referral, and when it comes through, I'll have the doctor look at the referral, and then we'll decide, he'll decide when he wants to see you. And she called back and she said he wants to see her Wednesday based on her x-rays. I don't know if he sees something that gives him cause for concern or if it just works better in his schedule. She didn't say. I asked, he looked at the referral and the notes from the doctor and the x-rays and said to try to get her in this week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. So I'm going to go to my doctor's appointment at 9:15, and then we'll go to hers. Okay. I have one on Wednesday at 9:15, so she's just going to sit in the car, just buy migraine medicine. So she's going to sit in the car, and I'll go into mine, and mine should be very quick, and then we'll come out and go to hers.
Yours is just so you can get your prescriptions ready, right?
Yep. So it shouldn't take long at all for mine. So.
Okay, next time you talk to Shelley, I guess I could call Shelley Myers too. I just called to try to see about changing my appointment and making it 2 days earlier.
Yeah.
And the gal I got on the COVID hotline says they absolutely say you should not change. You should do the 4 weeks exactly. I'm wondering just how
I don't think, I don't know that Shelley Brady would know, because she called to check on Michaela, and I told her about that and how we weren't thinking about February only having 28 days, yada, yada. And she said, when's she scheduled to get it? And I told her, and she said, she'll be fine. She said, she'll get symptoms, but she said she'll have them for less than 24 hours. And she said, it's not like when you get sick and have a cold and you start to feel better, you still don't feel great. She said, it is literally, you feel sick for, some people 12 hours, some people 18 hours. And then she said, then as fast as you felt sick, you feel 100% fine. It's just gone.
Jillian was sick for several days.
Day and a half. So 18 hours,
Oh, okay.
Day and a half. And she's,
all right, then I guess I'll just let it be. And
so Shelley said I think your mom will be
take
fine.
me on in a wheelchair.
Well, Shelley Brady said she thought you would be fine. She did, however, she said, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to ask if they would just, bump her up by a couple of days so she had a little window if it made her feel better. But I don't think she knows. I mean, she doesn't understand why the difference between companies either. The recommendation's different.
Right, yeah, one was 2 weeks, one I got 4 weeks, so.
Yeah, and Shelley got, but I think Shelley got Pfizer, and they told her 3 weeks, and hers was 3 weeks. So nobody knows. That's what she said. She said that's kind of the problem, is the places get the vaccine and then they're kind of. She said, nope, I was 3. She said, but some places are saying a month, some places are saying 2 weeks, some places are saying 3 weeks. And I said, well, that doesn't really make sense. And she said, no, it doesn't. And I said, because, it's all treating the same, or supposed to be treating the same problem. She said, yep. She said, but that's what's happening, is all the different places that are receiving the vaccination, she said, unfortunately, are kind of all making up their own rules as to how far apart. She said, clearly there's recommendations from the companies, but she said they're recommendations. So some places are being totally literal. She said she thinks some places are making the time in between shots shorter so they can get more vaccinations through. She said, hell if I know. She said, I don't know. She said, but yeah, she said she was 3 weeks.
Yeah, the gal I talked to said they're out of it. They don't have anything good right now.
For the second shot?
Oh, for the second shot. If you get the first shot, they guarantee you your second.
Oh, okay. But they're out right now for.
On a waiting list.
Who are?
Janssen. Or not, Momo's on a list. And unfortunately, we're at 83. They're doing the 90. And Nadine and Bruce tried to see if they could get in soon after Traverse. And in Traverse City, they wouldn't be able to get vaccinated until 2022.
Yeah. See, it is certainly not a perfect system. Right.
Well, I said to the gal I was talking to, I said, I understand you've got your criteria. I said, I would feel better if I just had a couple more days, just in case.
Right.
And so she was going to track down Chad the day I got my shot and my birthday. And I said, I'm pretty sure the gal I talked to was Melissa, and she was supposed to get back to me. And I hadn't heard from her, so I thought I would start today checking.
Right.
She said, I will check, I'll look at the schedule, and I'll see if I can shoot my phone number, because I'll try to get somebody to get back to you. But she said, I myself cannot do that.
Okay.
So, we'll see. If I can move it, I will. If not, I'll just say, oh, well, I didn't get sick the first time, nothing happened, maybe I'll just be fine. Right.
And if you're not, you just have to know you might feel really crud.
Right. Well, and another thing is I'm wondering, will they let you on the plane if you don't?
If you don't feel good, yes. If you have a fever, I don't know. I don't think if you have a fever, they'll let you on.
Oh, something else I heard on the news, mask.
Yeah.
And Nadine brought me, actually gave me what Valentine's on it. It's a double layer mask that has a little pocket. She said they tell you to put a coffee filter in there.
Yeah,
Right.
coffee filter or a Kleenex.
Right. So
Yep.
I thought, well, I will wear that. So
I'm just gonna wear a disposable mask with a cloth mask over it for my double
that'll
mask.
be fine.
Yeah, so I'll be fine. But I think when we get to Florida, it's gonna be like landing on Mars. The difference.
Well, maybe so.
Because somebody
Maybe
just
so.
posted
Did you
pictures.
talk to Jack? Did you have any customers today?
Well, he couldn't have Poppy's place open because he doesn't have anybody to work it. So I don't. He may have had some takeouts, but he couldn't have dine-in because Michaela can't work.
Was she the only one that can do dine-in?
The only one this morning that he trusted, because half of them have never worked dine-in. They've all been hired during the COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
So he had to post on Facebook that he was sorry, but he could not offer dine-in services. Yeah. So, I don't know if at Hometown he had any. I haven't heard from him. I just kind of had him in a group text, keeping him informed about Michaela. And I said, definitely don't count on her this week because the doctor said, she just really can't work this week at all. Probably not next week either, but I said, so just when you're trying to, refigure your schedule, keep that in your reconfiguring. So I think we've got her pretty, as far as pain management, and when she's still, I think I've got her pretty comfortable.
Oh, good.
She's crocheting and, keeping it propped up. She said now we're doing ice every 20 minutes. So she said the next time the ice comes off, she wants to get up and go to the bathroom. So we'll see, that kind of aggravates the situation, but she's got to get up and kind of move her leg because they said we have to not watch, but like to massage her calf and stuff because of blood clots.
Yeah, like being on a plane for too long.
Yeah, so she'll get up and walk around at least a little, or crutch around, I guess.
Okay. I sent her a picture. I finished my puzzle.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I sent her a picture.
Okay.
And asked her how she was doing, so I thought maybe she was napping because I didn't hear back from her. I just sent it a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think she's napping. The last I was out there, she wasn't napping, but what?
No,
she said she never got a text from your mom.
Well, I sent it.
Well, either it's going to be a slow go. It might just be a slow coming through, or there was a snafu, but she just yelled because she could hear me talking to you. She's like, I never got a text.
Well, I'll have to, when I hang up, I'll have to look and see. I'm sure unless it's still sending.
Which it could. Yep,
too.
that could be the case if it was a big file.
Well, it wasn't that big, just a picture of a puzzle.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would take too long.
Okay. All right, honey.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, Max came over last night, to do something on my computer, and I asked him when he was going to Kentucky, and he said, well, not till after the 20th.
Yeah, Josh is not texting. So
Okay, well, then I won't say it's for sure, but it sounded like it from the accent.
okay, cool.
Okay?
That sounds
All
good.
right.
Are we doing it at your house?
Okay. I don't care where we do it.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, we could get pizza. Just bring it here. Make it easy for everybody, since we can't do